Hello, I am Belladonna Nightshade, and in this last story for the night, we have a rather disturbing story. Please listen no further if you have sensitive ears. A Davido Mabuza from Free State Bloemfontein died this Valentine's Day after pleasuring himself 62 times. Brutal. Unlike Toby, here stating, "Guys, take note the limit is 61. With a little investigation from 2013 Twitter, I found a story of a 15-year-old Brazilian teen dying after pleasuring himself 41 times. So, Toby, I warn you, trying to break or match this record, you are literally taking your life in your hand. Go ahead and groan now. Many questions arise. Another groan. Who was counting the 62 times? Was the cause of death actually from dehydration? I guess we can be reconciled with the fact that Davido died with the one he loved most. They say you only live once, but Davido made sure to leave 62 encores. Davido gave new meaning to the phrase of having a death grip. Surely you all have something you would like to say about this. Let me know.
Whoops. Yeah, I turned up the sound, but I think it worked. Yay! After yesterday's craziness with my VLC color not showing up, so here, I can get rid of that. So I got it to work. Yay! I never had a problem after the stream. That's what's so weird. So I still don't know what happened. So hello everybody. Hope you're doing well. Does everyone else here have a death grip too? Philip says crumbs. Alan says, all working good, Bella. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. And hi, Tom. And Alan. I got that you're making a new TC and it's so much fun. Is your new TC gonna have all the lights? The fan lights and all that sweet LED stuff on it now? It seems like everyone's doing that now. I know the new PC I acquired, has those. It's really cool playing in the dark and all those lights and the fans are on. It's rather pointless, but it's cool anyway. Well, says hello, Belladonna. Hello, Bella. What a day it is. So, let's see. How is it no lights, very dark and black? Yeah, all the lights are rather silly. But I have the keyboard lights up all different colors. I don't know why, but it does. And my mouse changes colors. So I had it where all the lights change, on the settings to whatever the colors on the screen are. So that could be really cool as you're playing the game and it's pulsating and the lights are changing, but I mean it's pointless, but you know, it's just a fad. Console, set the RGB up to let you know the system temps. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't think of that. I'm trying to tell the system temps. I got one of those. Let's see. I think I'm using Height Maxis to control everything. So when the CPU's running hot or something, or I'm playing the game, the fan starts speeding up. So I'm assuming that means that the temps are going up. So that's how I judge it now. That's cool. That's cool to know. You know, that there's 20. This thing's got like, let's see, 7 fans, one good sized fan right over the GPU. Yeah, nice. Let's see. It seems to be fast enough that it doesn't really seem to heat up too often, you know. So, but it looks like it's pretty efficient. Let's see, what else? Philip says, does anyone know what happened to Star Wars Red Boys? That's a good question. Isn't it funny how it goes away in the news when it's when it doesn't turn out to be right-wing thugs burning down his properties, but turns out to be male prostitutes, Ukrainian male prostitutes, making with ties to Stalin, and it just drops right out of the news, doesn't it? Amazing. It's amazing, I tell you. And see, Tom says it's cool to sing to music too. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, I need to play some more music while making my videos and stuff. Usually I'm too much into trying to finish a video or something. And lately I'm trying to figure out how to do things here on Streamlabs. So, I gotta figure it out. But they have where you can make settings where let's see. I got what's a spray bottle. And what else? A headpad. I hadn't set it up yet. But that way if somebody wants to leave a super chat or something, they can spray me with a spray bottle or they can give me a headpad. Tell me I'm doing okay. But I haven't figured out how to do it. So I gotta do that. I keep telling myself to do that. I don't know if anyone wants to tell you to do that, but let me know if you're interested. I'll set it up and we'll see. And so if you want to spray me, maybe I need to be in like a cat or dog form, and that'd make more sense, you know? Let's see. Alan says turn it on and wait for the smoke to clear. And Tom says I can sync mine to wallpaper engine also. That sounds cool. Yeah. They have all these different managers. Are you using a manager with yours, Tom? Are you using like a device manager? Like I said, mine is High Nexus. So, and that manages the lights and the temperature. You can see all the temperatures on the tools. Okay. Maybe I'll take a look at that one. This one's supposed to be good for the system I got that I acquired. Yeah, I acquired it. Like the little dine and dash. Like I said, being a vampire is much like being in a criminal syndicate. Much creepier. Much creepier indeed. How deep for Corsair? Okay. Well, that'll be your memory, right? Yeah, Corsair. I'll look into it. It's interesting all the things you can do. And especially when you don't have to pay for it. And even better when you get a meal and you don't have to pay for it. It's wonderful. Let's see. So I get into the news and keep showing that this is working. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. As you know, it looks like things are heating up. And Tom says he'll send me some links. Thank you, Tom. And looks like things are heating up. It looks like the U.S. is gonna get involved. I'm not too happy about that. But they're, not just the tankers. They're not just sending the tankers to the Middle East. They're sending more fighter jets over. Yes, no, if they're gonna have them, they're gonna use them. And I heard something about some of these ships in Qatar are moving out from the port. So, yeah. So, another U.S. war looks like. I'm not too happy. Like I said, I like to see the Iranian people free, but in the end, that's going to be the Iranian people. So, one thing that maybe, and because there was so much planning, there was so much of the Mossad working with the Iranian people behind the scenes, is no one's heard anything about the regular Iranian army. You have the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. Those are the ones that support the regime in Iran. It's Iran. I keep saying Iran. It's supposed to be Iran. Iran. So, the IRGC supports the regime. They're the brutal ones, enforcing everything. But, it doesn't seem like the army itself is doing much, or it's, so maybe something's going on, because you can't win a war with air power. As long as the IRGC has guns on the ground, they're in power. So maybe something else is going on, and maybe we'll see that, and then it'll be the US supporting that. That I wouldn't mind as much. Yeah. Then the other hope is everything doesn't disintegrate and become chaos in Iran. But, you also notice that the Iranian people seem to be taking orders, from both on the side. And then yesterday, I didn't put this picture in here, but yesterday we had that, where Trump said, leave Iran, leave Tehran now. And then there's pictures, video and pictures, of the Iranian, the Tehran, freeways just loaded with cars. It looks like, millions of people fleeing. So it looks like there's a lot more going on. So that's what I'm hoping. Is there's a lot more going on, and at some point, maybe with the help of the Iranian army, they're gonna take on the ground and wrap this all up. So we'll see. So what is it? Philip says, Philip says to procure that million. Events, dear boy. Events, dear boy. Events. Yes. And Phillips also says the Ayatollah has now become a taxi driver in Bradford. Why not? Where else is he gonna go? You gotta say any woman that steps into his taxi cab, he hands him a head cover. No taxi. Put this on. Wow. Yeah. Oh, let's start. Let's see, to make sure this works. Let's start with that clip. I had that clip yesterday, and I think I showed it. Do I have it here now? Yeah. Okay. I got something wrong. There was one clip of the television studio where we attacked it, and you could see the roof coming down and everything. The Iran official broadcasting network. And then there was another one with a woman in brown, and she had blue eyes, and but it turns out she was mocking that first video. I was wondering, she had such bright blue eyes, and it looked like an and she was wearing, and sure enough, that's what it was. So I'll play that again. So it was pretty funny. Both were pretty funny. Now here's that. Here's the, Hold on. There we go. So let me back that up. There was that video. So that was actually during the broadcast for the Iranian TV. I'll probably say Iranian. I like that one. Well, so, and then a lot of people are like, oh, people died in that explosion and everything. Yeah, that might be true, but you should hear what Iranians are saying about the broadcast. That they show the hangings, like recently they hung like 20 women for not wearing a headscarf. And you can go, I'm not going to show it here. You can go online, and they have like 10 just hanging from a pole. And and they cheer it on this Iranian news at night. So I don't care. I don't care. I don't feel sorry for these people. I can just imagine the absolute hell they had turned Iran into. So this next one was her mocking. She could be in Dallas for all we know, but
صدای متجاوز به خاک وطن، صدای متجاوز به صدای حق و حقیقت است. آنچه که ملاحظه کردید، صدایی که شنیدید، فضای غبارآلود استادیوم.
Good job. Good job. That's what we need. So, Bob says, don't worry. She had an emergency flying carpet. I don't think all Persian carpets fly. I don't think so. And what else we got here tonight? This was a funny. There's a video also, but Georgia Maloney. Yes, it's a little bitty. You can find. I got the pictures, but she's at the G7 conference, which is being held in Alberta, Canada. Kazakhstan, and so Macron, France, the body-loving Macron, is leaning over and talking to. Yeah, there they are. Macron just makes you creep. So as soon as Macron finished talking, she rolled her eyes. I really adore Georgia Maloney. She's just wonderful. And I was trying to figure out, what the high roll was about. What did Macron say to him? And my thought was, my dad Brigitte just loves the way you dress, or thinks you're some sexy Georgia. The time says that eye roll was funny. Indeed, wasn't it? It was wonderful. She is so animated. Yesterday we were also talking about this one's just incredible. I'll play it for you, but this was the Western progressives in Egypt on the Sinai Gaza Strip border, and just listen to these people. There's an Egyptian official trying to tell them they have to go back, and wait till the end and listen to what one says to him. These people are stupid, so stupid. Yeah, I'll play.
Everybody listen!
Please listen to me.
Yes, brother, speak.
Can you declare yourself?
Hold on,
He doesn't need to. We are the police and we are announcing through our police, okay?
Respect the country.
Please respect our country and listen to us.
Total respect.
We are
We just asking with politeness. I can go. Listen. I can with total respect. I can speak. Okay.
You can't stay. This is against this country law. You can't stay there.
We can't stay here.
Yeah, and you
So that I own two
suppose
sticks.
you suppose all respect our country and our law. Okay?
What should
So
we do?
your message has been already received, and you can go back and turn back to Cairo. We're supposed to arrange all of that.
We could do it in America.
Okay.
Why can't we do it here?
What are you doing here?
Yeah,
It's against our law.
Now,
okay?
now,
We can do it in America. Why can't we do it here? Are you kidding me? How stupid can anybody be? Nobody's this stupid. Yeah, sounds like we can do it in America. So, oh no. It's just incredible that there's people this stupid. That's stupid. What are you doing here? He asked. Wow. 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 Why did you let to know things? Riot instead. It was either that or go to Gaza and bitch about their laws. One or the other. That was your choices. So, and I had this yesterday. I didn't really show it. But watch the end. Watch when the female grabs the protester laying down by the car and grabs her hair and drags her off. This is great. Why isn't showing? Hope I didn't lose this. Don't tell me it's acting up again. Okay, well maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do this instead. Now that I know about this, let's see, do I have another instance? Oh, there we go. It just takes a while. Maybe that was the problem yesterday. Let's see. I'll go back. There we go. So they're dragging off these protesters. Watch it. See that? It's right here. I love that. Let me back that up. Oh, let's start playing. Okay, there we go. So the fine one in there, she's gonna get tired of this crap. Raise down again. Don't take any prisoners, just drag their ass off. So I love that. I just love that. Let's see. Oh, yeah, last night I was following this really closely. There was 2 ships in the Gulf of Oman. At first there was reports of 3 ships in the Gulf of Oman. Gulf of Oman, which is near the Straits of Hormuz, that were on fire. And, the reports at first were that they were struck, 3 ships were struck by missiles. And, but it turns out that it was 2 ships, involved in a collision. And let's see here. I got this right here. So, yeah, this is a tanker named the Adelan. And it's on fire. And it hit. Let's see if I can find the name of it. Another ship. Yeah, a ship called the Front Eagle. And if you ever get a chance, check out what's going on with shipping. So if you ever hear about something happening with shipping, check out that channel. What's going on with shipping? And he last night got right in on it. And he even showed the track of the 2 vessels. That's the Adelan burning. And the Front Eagle could have passed right in front of the Adelan. This was at night. And for some reason it turned what might be to the port? Is that it? To the left of the sea? And they both struck each other on the port side of the vessels. And it's still unclear why the Front Eagle did that. And so he's talking about potential thing called GTS spoofing. Because he watched the truck of the Front Eagle all through the Persian Gulf. And there was a case where its location showed up in a port in Iran. And they had hundreds of other vessels all crammed up in there. So that was GTS spoofing. And then, so when it left the Gulf of Hormuz, was it again involved in GTS spoofing? But, there's whites on these vessels. They don't have to stay with the GTS systems. So maybe they stayed on automatic GTS tracking, and that was the one ship turned into the other one. Very straight. So those progressives would have happily partaken in the medieval plague of 1518 AD. They'd be vegetarian, and they'd probably be the ones going out, banging their heads and dancing the stupid dances where they dance to death and stuff. That's what these people would be involved with. You want to know why those people did what they did? Well, they must have had people like this in their societies back then too. So, let's see. How does this even happen? Both ships have radar? Yes, indeed. So, did they rely on automatic and they weren't doing the watch properly? So something strange happened. That shipment had, they still have their eyes, they still have radar, like saying transponders. So it's very strange. Philip says the captain was probably drunk. Yeah. Oh, it's strange, crazy. And Tom says eyes running like radar transponder. No reasons for this. Yeah. So it looks like a number of things that are happening out to sea are just due negligence, It really seems like that. That one, I don't know the name of the vessels, but that one shipping container ship or whatever that plowed right into that American tanker off of the UK. I mean, it went right into it. And it was the American tanker was at anchor. And it was the other ship was going too fast. And it plowed right into it. So, a lot of these things been happening. You had that U.S. aircraft carrier that got into a collision. Right after that, they immediately removed the admiral running that aircraft carrier. That happens a lot in U.S. Navy. You're supposed to be really good, supposed to have really good seamanship. So if you screw up and you're running a U.S. Navy ship, you lose your position. It's really interesting. Let's see. Yeah, and Tom says the ship watches. Yeah, they had their eyes. Yeah, but all of those might happen. Oh, hi, Brian. Thank you for joining. This is very kind of you. But he says songs, music, current affairs, political commentary. Is there any aspect of human activity that beautiful vampire does not address? Oh, thank you so much. No, that's a way to be goofy. I'll go for it. Oh, I'm so glad that somebody, that there's anybody that's willing to watch a puppet haunted by an evil vampire giving out political commentary about crap he doesn't know anything about. So thank you, that there's somebody out there, at least with 8 billion people in the world. There's a few of you. That's wonderful, it really is. Let's see, what else? What else is here today? We have okay, I have this. This is strange. I may not be understanding it. I don't know who the white guy is, but Kenny Badenoch, who's the head of the Tory party. The Tory party is a UK political party that's supposed to be conservative, but it's just part of the Unna party, But we have the grooming gang scandal, which has been going on for more than a decade now, and they're, where they refused to help, and in fact they even arrested the teen girls and preteen girls that Pakistani grooming gangs were basically prostituted. parents, the community were begging for the police and then the Crown prosecution services to do something about it. And instead they went after the girls. Well, the Tory party, until Labour got in last year into power, well, they were in power for what, close to a decade, and they didn't do nothing. So here's Tammy Badenoch. She doesn't say anything, but the white guy does, making it seem like she gave a damn or had anything to do about the current investigation into the whole thing.
Just firstly, Marlon, Fiona, Teresa and Lucia, just to echo what Kemi said, thank you for your courage in fighting for the truth to come out. I know it's taken years and years. I know your lives have been ruined by the
I don't know who this guy
abuse
is.
that happened. So just thank you for having the fortitude and the bravery to speak out on behalf of hundreds, and I think we think in fact thousands of young girls and boys as well, who were abused. So thank you for what you've done by bringing this to public attention in the way you have. One of the things that struck me about this scandal isn't just that it happened in the first place, that the abuse occurred, and it's not just that the authorities were negligent and didn't investigate properly, it's that they deliberately and intentionally covered up these crimes. And I think actually Teresa touched on this when you said the police officers actually told you to stop complaining. They told you to leave it alone. And they said your son would suffer consequences unless you just stayed quiet. And yeah, exactly. And I've heard that so many times. I've heard about parents getting arrested for complaining. A case of a senior police officer in a northern city, a superintendent who ordered a retired officer who was working for a charity at the time to stop investigating because he was worried about so-called community tensions. So they deliberately covered this up. It wasn't an accident, it wasn't just negligence, it was deliberate. So the first thing I think this inquiry must do is make sure the people who are responsible for covering this up, police officers, local council leaders and councillors, social services, even the Crown Prosecution Service in some cases, are held responsible. There's a criminal offence called misconduct in public office. In my view, many of these people that covered this up are guilty of that
in charge of
offence. They need to be
Crown
prosecuted and frankly sent to prison. And that needs to happen, in my view, alongside the inquiry. It can't wait until afterwards. And of course, at the same time, the many perpetrators, as Fiona said, who have escaped justice, need to be sent to prison and prosecuted as well. So I think that's the first thing, prosecuting those that covered this up for misconduct in public office. I think secondly, we need to make sure this inquiry covers all 50 towns affected, not just some of them, but all of them. We know some towns like Bradford have refused to cooperate with any inquiry at all, even to this day, so all those places must be covered. All of the local inquiries must have statutory powers to compel the production of evidence, so the cover-up can't continue. This must be done in a timely way, so 2 years is as long as it should take. We can't have this dragging on for years and years. The survivors and their families have been suffering for long enough. And then critically, to Marlon's point, this needs to be done in a way that is genuinely independent. Councils like Bradford are still refusing to look at this. We can't trust those councils who have been covering this up actively for so many years to investigate themselves. It has to be independently led.
Okay. And Colin says it's disturbing and confusing. Again, the black lady here, her name is Tammy Badenoch, and she's been the head mouth of the Tory party, the Conservatives, who just over a year ago were in power, almost a decade. So they did nothing. They did nothing to seek prosecutions about it. So the acting outraged and all of that and moral and so forth seems just so outrageous, doesn't it? So it's so disgusting. It really is. And I have some other things here. Oh, this is weird. We have a New York City comptroller, but he's running for mayor, and outside of an immigration court, he starts basically attacking ICE agents, asking, show me your work, show me your work. He had no right to even be there. And then he starts getting raw with the ICE agents. So watch this clip. But again, all for show, isn't it? He had judicial warrant. He got his job. That's him right here.
Where is it? Where is the warrant? I'd like to see the warrant.
That's him right
I
there.
would like to see the warrant, and then I will let go. I'd like to see the warrant, and then I will let go. Take him in. Take him in. Take him in. Take him in. Take him in.
There he is. There he is. I'm sorry.
You don't have the authority to arrest U.S. citizens. Sir, you don't have the authority to arrest U.S. citizens. You don't have the, I'm not obstructing, I'm standing right here in the hallway. I asked to see the judicial warrant. By asking for a judicial warrant, you don't have the authority to arrest U.S. citizens asking for a judicial warrant. Stay back, please, stay back.
I'm sorry, you're waiting. I'm safe.
So they put him under arrest. Now whether he's going to be charged is another thing. But his name is Brad Landford. Let me double check it. Brad Lander. His name is Brad Lander. He's a New York City comptroller. And he's running for mayor. So why is he in a immigration courthouse demanding to be shown warrants for arrest? It's just totally crazy. And it's all for the camera. So they got it for the camera. I just hope they actually go after him with real charges. Because all this stuff is just interfering with everything. The federal government has every right in the United States to try and remove illegal aliens from this country. So, and Philippines says publicity stunt. Exactly. That's all it is. It's just a publicity stunt. So, I've got some things from President Trump. I'll put these up. This was odd. I mean, the Trump's like this. He just says things and he doesn't, consider everything about what he's saying. We now have complete and total control. We now have complete and total control of the skies over Iran. Iran had good sky trackers and other defensive equipment, and plenty of it, but it doesn't compare to American-made, conceived, and manufactured stuff. Yeah, very Trump. Nobody does it better than the good old USA. Well, and other people are pointing out, I thought Israel had total control over the skies of Iran. And Trump's saying we now. Complete. So that seemed kind of disturbing. But again, Trump does speak like that. So I mean, who wouldn't be surprised if we have more of a hand in what's going on? Oh, but they're, definitely sharing a lot of satellite intelligence, maybe AWACS, stuff like that. Let's see. Oh, over the weekend, Trump had this to say. A huge thank you to all the No Kings protesters yesterday. I was very concerned the king was trying to take my place, but thanks to your tireless effort, I am still your president. Great job, all.我已经有点意见，可以不这是有意见，而且 and then Trump had this to say. We know exactly where the so-called supreme leader, this is talking about Iran, is hiding. He is an easy target, but a safe bet. We are not going to take him out, kill, at least not for now. Again, but we don't want missiles shot at civilians or American soldiers. Our patience is wearing thin. Thank you for your attention on this matter. yeah, nothing to move to don't be doesn't. We don't. So that's about all the news I had. Does anyone want to share anything? Anything else? Give you a few minutes. Oh, there was also this one. This was a video. Well, let me just describe it. He was a protester, and basically he got one eye torn out from a rubber bullet. He's in hospital bed, and of course he didn't say anything about he was told to disperse by the police first. You know, he was just standing there, and he got hit by some rubber bullets. One tore up his eye. You know? Oh, poor. So I'm not even sure that one. He's real pathetic looking on top of it. But, yeah, no, at the Bounties are, I think it was at San Diego. So, what's probably been doing? I heard this from the other day. Yeah. This is for the United States. Let's see. If I can make this smaller. By the United States, the secret Republican plot to make liberals look like idiots, known as Operation Just Let Them Speak, is working. Philip says if the Ayatollah can send a taxi around, well, that'd be great. Oh, the Ayatollah taxi service in Bradford? So just let them speak. That was a Republican from Louisiana. Senator Kennedy. Has nothing to do with the famous Kennedy family. But he said, Operation Just Let Them Speak. And Philip says yes. So Bradford, the Ayatollah. You have to share this with a smile when an Ayatollah picks you up in a taxi. You share this with a smile. Just, you look so unhappy. And such mean guys who've done it. Kennedy is always funny. Yeah. If you're in the UK, look up Senator Kennedy from Louisiana. And find some clips. He always has some funny things to say. He's had some wonderful things to say about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. AOC is a real dumbass from New York City. She's a representative from New York City. And I think she's in a wonderful president. I hope so. It's always fun when they run these retards. You at least get a laugh. Now, we're gonna cut out all the cheating and everything else that happens in election. We can have a lot of fun watching an idiot like that one. But anything else? Does anyone else have any news? Has anything happened while we've been here? And I've been battling away? I'll give you a minute or anything. So, like in the UK, I don't see much, but I don't know, I don't know everything that's going on over there. So always let me know. Feel free to get my DM over at Hats. And because if you follow me there, you could DM me. But feel free to let me know if there's anything you'd like me to cover, anything you want to talk about. But it doesn't have to be politics. So we talk about something a lot more fun. That could be maybe. If you have any questions or anything. So, okay. Alright, I did enough honey. So, thank you so much for once again joining. It's wonderful. And let's see. Helen says the dog at the bottom of my garden woke me up at 3 a.m. Dog. Son of a bitch, literally, that dog's a son of a bitch. We all know that. So, how dare he? Well, Alan, I hope you can get some wonderful sleep tonight. All of you. So, oh, you blue. We have the same plot in the UK. Just what Star Wars speak, yeah. Operation Just Let Them Speak works in the UK. Oh, everyone in that Labour government are mindless idiots. Just let them speak. Oh, chap. Oh, yeah, I did hear. One other thing. Starmer said something about he made one mistake. He made one mistake as he was crushing your freedoms. Apparently, his one mistake that he made during this year was he didn't explain crushing your freedoms better. If he only had explained things would have gone much smoother, apparently. So that's my understanding of what that meant when he said that. I only had explained things. Yeah, you would accept that your human rights to be crushed and all your freedoms to be obliterated if you just explain things better. Is that how you take it? Is that how you take it, you fool? I like that. You fool. That's wonderful. And Philip says those 2 hikers who were found dead in the national park. Is that in the U.S.? Huh, Philip? I could look into it for tomorrow. You fool look so happy. Yeah. You would have loved it if you just explained it there, you fool. You would absolutely, you need to adore him now. Look into that. Yes, okay, I'll look into that. Philip, that sounds interesting. There's 2 hikers who were found dead in a national park. Okay. Alright, so I want to thank you all, and so glad that you made it, you fool. You always make me laugh. And I like saying you fool, that makes a good song. So, thank you everyone. Everyone that showed up today. Thank you so much. Y'all have a most wonderful evening. Phillips just thank you, Dalton. Thank you. Thank you all. Take care. I'll try to be on tomorrow too. Thanks a lot. And like I said, DM me if you want me to cover anything.